Hey, it's Shames and welcome to an expedition of the Anime Encyclopedia. Jump scare didn't take 5 minutes like last time, or like every previous times. It's just because I've seen sorry, because I've seen Roger's Base really start his streams like wicked early, and I'm just like, wow, you can just do that. Not like I don't know, I just like being punctual, I guess, with these things, but why not? But look, I have some food I ate. I cooked a little bit. I heated something up. So while we wait for some people to get in or see that I'm live, I'll eat that. But I'm also eating while I can read too, so we can do that as well. But let me know how y'all doing, how the audio is and everything. Hope you had a good week. I'm sorry I didn't stream Tuesday. Bit of a focus week, I guess, because there's a lot of different things. Working at my dad's place for a few days. I got accepted as a panelist at Anime Boston. I applied, and yeah, I'm presenting How Mamoru hosted a directed TV anime as a panel, hour long. And I've already, and so like 2 straight days I was just feverishly working on it, like through like 2 a.m. or something, just because I was really excited about it, and I obviously still am. I'm very excited. That was a lovely thing to land on. That week, so I was able to do that. Hello everybody, good to see everyone in chat. I wanted to, gotta get off this, like, the analytics before I lose brain cells. But basically, yeah, so I worked on that. It's not done yet. Not quite, at least. But, I want to present it at least to my roommate and, also to, my patrons. We'll probably record it as well, but like I just want to practice, like have a bit of a test run of how it is and get people feedback and stuff. Will it be filmed? I'd like it to be filmed. I'd like to film it. I didn't see anywhere in the Anime Boston rules that said we can't film it, but it's always nice to double check that. I can probably, anticipate filming and see otherwise. But yeah, like, we're looking into that. Hello all. I watched Aka most of the way through Cypher manga. Really? How's Cypher? Interesting. Congrats. Hello. Dude. Yeah. Yeah, right? And it's an hour long. So like, okay, it's my video. It's not how I'm also to direct a TV anime, but it's not just regurgitating the same information. For one thing, it's live. And because it's live, it's a script, not a scripted thing that you're just kind of sitting there listening to. It's an hour long at least. I'm assuming it's an hour, but it could be 90 minutes. And yeah, because it's live, it has. I want to have participation. I want to have people enjoy this stuff, and because it's longer, I'm going to be actually showing full clips, like uninterrupted. Let the thing play clips. And the structure of the whole presentation really is having the audience talk about what they liked about it, or what stuck out to them as a directing thing for the visuals. And then I, after talking with them through like what they like about it, I give my thoughts about the clip and the certain isms that I think contribute to Hosoda's style, and that kind of builds and builds and builds as throughout the clips that we're watching. So here's the next clip, keep these in mind as the first thing we're watching, and here's the next clip, and keep that in mind and see what else you can glean from the information. And then it kind of builds their visual language of like, oh, okay, I understand his style now. So now that when I watch an episode from him, I instantly know that it's him, kind of deal. That's at least the intention. And it's new information, in part because I'm actually including clips from Himitsu no Aku-chan. I saw 3 out of his 4 episodes. I actually haven't watched the 4th one yet. But they're just as good as the other one. Like, of course they're good. Oh my god. There's one episode that's so good, I couldn't really take any clips from it because you wouldn't really fully get how good the clip is without the context of the full episode. The way he calls back to certain visual language and certain things, the way that he directs that episode, it's a short, comparatively to like a movie or something. The way he directs that episode is so different. We're so specific and particular that like one clip is not going to really get you the full idea. Which I'll probably mention in the panel, right, in those moments. But yeah, but it's very timed because it's like I'm showing 8 clips, I think totaling like 20-ish minutes, and so but I also want to include conversation. You know, it's a matter of navigating that and seeing how long things can hit. We don't want to go over an hour. That's the thing, is the concern, is I want to make sure I get through the whole thing and not go over time. That's my big concern. So the actual presentation is 45 minutes it's basically 45 minutes the way I've timed it, but then there is that wiggle room of extra in case we start late, or people have a little bit more of an extended answer, or I have more of an extended whatever. It's for that, but my biggest concern is landing that timing and making sure we get to that last clip. And the way I want to end the presentation is with that last clip, which is one from his whatever. You'll people will know. But yeah. Anyway, will there be a way to watch the panel online? I don't know. I don't think so. I'm not sure if they're that sophisticated at the moment. That'd be really cool. I mean, there is that thing. I have that my phone. Like, I've had a live streaming app, and that's how I used to that's how I used to stream before that happened. Before it kind of conked out at me or stopped work or whatever. It just things happened. Oh, cool. I got no work tomorrow. Hell yeah. I just got an email saying I'm work canceled. Anyway, yeah, I mean, I don't know about it being filmed live or being able to do that live, but I do want to I kind of want to give the presentation in some way live, maybe at some point. But, I mean, at that point, it's sort of like, you know, I kind of want to see if I can do this for other conventions. I don't want to, like, oh, it's just all available online, right? I'd have to redo it or change something up. Damn, I haven't gotten to your recent vid yet. I'm backed up from work training. Oh, I hear you. No, I that's fair. I dumped a lot on you, and then I'm about to dump another 90 minutes in the next couple weeks. After this stream, because I just got out of work, literally because it apparently, starting tomorrow, it's all Naruto video every goddamn hour. That is all I'm working on for the next week until the 18th, until like the 18th or 19th, and hopefully it's done by then, and I can release it and be done, and it's over. It's Jover. Jowarida. Yes, that is what I'm hoping. Anyway, I've been streaming for 10 minutes, and I've been mostly talking about my stuff. But hey, it's fun still. It's relevant. Not really. It's fine. I got a ham, egg and sausage thing. I have 2. That's usually supposed to be my lunch. But the first article, let's see what the first article we're going to read, and then I'll be munching on this as I read. Being as polite as possible is the idea. I also have to read the book. Fuck. Oh no. Well, let's see how it goes. Okay, there's Nausicaa. Nayuta. Of course, the first one's a book entry. God damn it. First edition. Now, I'm going to read the third and then flip to the book and see if it was different. Okay. But let's change this. Okay. Good luck. OG Naruto's turning 20, bro. I can't with time. Like, time's gotta stop with this. Come on, man. You gotta stop with that. No clowning around. No, I hear ya. Jeez. I'm gonna put my mic down just. Okay, nothing to report. Just plot synopsis. But I have to make sure I actually check the book. Ugh. Yep, that's where it's going. Yep, nothing different. From what I can tell. Nazca. Hokey plot. Alright. With impunity, throwing in a spaceship straight out of von Daniken, and vague musings about the close genetic ties between the Incas and the Japanese. As with Bounty Dog, design alone won't make things work. As a historical footnote, the real Atahualpa's brother was actually called Manco, presumably omitted from the anime version because Manco is Japanese for pussy. Alright. Just write that in the encyclopedia. Good, cool fact. Thanks. Thanks. Alien Incas also appeared in the fun fact. Alright, thanks. Didn't need that. Also appeared in the 1960 kids show National Kid. In a dubious and rather obscure extension of its artistic character, 2 clips from Nazca appeared in the opening credits of the sitcom. I could have sworn this was like a YouTube video. I feel like this was only now recently discovered knowledge of like this is where the Malcolm in the Middle clip comes from of the anime. It's from Nazca. And I thought that was supposed to be like something nobody ever really could figure out until very recently. But they just say it here in a dubious and rather obscure extension of its artistic heritage. 2 clips from Nazca appeared in the opening credits of Malcolm in the Middle. It's just here in the 3rd edition. It could have been in the 2nd edition too. Weird. Actually, wait, it could be in the 1st edition. It's from '98. No, okay. Wow. The omitted from the anime version because Manco is Japanese for pussy is how they end the Nazca article in the 1st edition. Oh man. Let me just double check about other changes. It doesn't seem like it. And then they add As a historical... No, they added... No. Okay, they also add alien Incas also appeared in the 1960s kids TV show National Kid. Alright. And then, okay. So they did change... And then this is probably a negative review. Hello, people. It's good to see you, RC. Sure is a vital trivia. Lol, I learn new things every day. Guess the old internet formities do have ancient lore. Yeah, guess so. Necromancer! In 2006. I'm gonna put my mic... Mediocre porn from the makers of the much better Wife with Wife. What's Wife with Wife? They have a link. It's seemingly another porn. I'm just gonna click that. Yeah, that's just more porn. Like, this porn's better, guys. Trust me. Okay. I can literally never understand why they would include their opinion about porn, I guess. No. Again, it's my contempt for this stuff, I guess. Which, look, I'll make no secret about. At least I'll actually try to be transparent about that and then not talk about it as if I'm some authority. Okay? This is what I like to draw as the difference. And maybe that's not enough. Needless. I'll read this one. I feel like this is well known enough. How's that, Hayden? Hopefully that's better. En's alright, Hugs. It's good to see you. En is alright. We're all alright. We're all alright. Hello, Wisconsin! Well, at least you aren't hold under corporate image policy, so go ahead. Yeah, I guess so. Needless. The Needless, human survivors of the Third World War who have emerged from the chaos with superhuman powers. They work for the highest bidder, and for some, that's the Simian Megacorp. From the Black Spot, the nuclear blast crater at the heart of Tokyo, compared to Akira, Simeon sends out its treatment robots and hordes of Needless. Crew's child, the sole survivor of a resistance movement wiped out by Simeon's Needless troops, is out for revenge for his friends and his older sister, presumed dead in action. He and a motley gang of followers gather to beard the evil overlords of Simeon in their own den. If Bubblegum Crisis were remade for an audience of beer and curry boys, conditioned by years of fan service to prefer girls in school uniforms or maid outfits to girls in hard suits and pilots, it would be needless. What? Escalating superpowers and battles in the Dragon Ball mold, constant flirtation with nudity that wimps out at actual revelation, insanely overspecified weaponry, and bad jokes abound. Give your brain and your critical faculties an early night and settle down for lots of mindless action based on Kami Imai's 2004 manga. Cool. That's Loveless. I need to watch Needless. Saw the first 2 episodes way back. There's a fun A and B out there. Hello, Oscar. Was Needless one of the infamous shows back in the day? Or am I mistaking it for a BL title? Loveless. Oh, Loveless sounds right. Yeah, Needless is the character designer of Revius and Gundam Seed, and that other mecha show that I do not remember. Wasn't the one we just... Or am I thinking of a different one? I'm thinking of Scryed. I'm sorry. I was thinking of Scryed. Scryed. Needless is different. Needless, seems like a lot of fun. Ooh. Punched this guy in the chest. Cool. Just gonna give that one a negative. I will also give this to their contempt for audience with just kind of describing the people who like this show. Monster from Mars. Done. Dawn. In the 100th year, whatever. I'm not gonna read this one. It's a loving gift to fans of the giant monster movie genre that gave us Godzilla. Set in a dream of the 1950s, saturated with nostalgia for a Japan that never really existed. Opening with a homage to Ishiro Honda's unforgettable anti-nuclear fable, this story was never about saving Tokyo. No monster movie is ever about saving the city. Trashing the city. No monster movie is ever about... Why do they have to be hyperbolic about this? Trashing the city, helping the monsters to level it to ruin, is merely the process by which we learn that what matters is how we fail. Director Awazu fails brilliantly, allocating the second half of this mini-movie to an epic battle in Tokyo and space battle. He stays short on plot and long on impact, with the CGI money concentrated where it can make the biggest splash. Some elements and characters suffer as a result. Terasawa's music cleverly evokes Japan's great monster movie scores. This whole movie is fan service for kaiju lovers, a little box of monster chalks with all your favorite tidbits. I don't really get where they're going here. Like, they kind of backhand and dig at this movie, but then they seem to like it. Let me guys know what you think of this. The way that I've read some of it, but like, the monster travels to Earth and attacks Tokyo. Only Dr. Narasaki and his giant robot Mirako 2 stand in Negadon's way. Can they save the city? If you even think it's worth asking that question, or if you couldn't swallow the logical idiocy of using nuclear weapons to terraform a planet, you are not the target audience for this short film. It's a loving gift to fans of the giant monster movie genre that gave us Godzilla. Set in a dream of the 1950s, saturated with nostalgia for a Japan that never really existed, opening with a homage to Ishiro Honda's unforgettable anti-nuclear fable, this story was never about saving Tokyo. No monster movie is ever about saving the city. Trashing the city, helping the monsters to level it to ruin, is merely the process by which we learn that what matters is how we fail. Director Awazu fails brilliantly, allocating the second half of this mini-movie to an epic battle in Tokyo and space battle. He stays short on plot and long on impact, with the CGI money concentrated where it can make the biggest splash. Some elements and characters suffer as a result. Terasawa's music cleverly evokes Japan's great monster movie scores. This whole movie is fan service for kaiju lovers, a little box of monster chalks with all your favorite tidbits. So, like, they seem to be positive about it, and to the extent of people who like monster movies, but then they seem to really not like monster movies. Like, they just keep digging on the genre for no reason. No monster movie is ever about saving the city. Trashing the city, helping the monsters level it to ruin, is merely the process by which we learn that what matters is how we fail. What are they talking about? Do you guys make any sense of this? Am I just reading it in a robotic way that, like, makes it confusing or something? I don't know. These can be brutal, but you get to learn about some shows you want to see through these. Like, their descriptions will be negative, but the premise just sounds cool. Yep! I just watched The Movements the other day, and the movie is so much fun. Yeah! Comet? It's great. Weird watching in Japanese, as the Finnish version has some original music for it. Really? That's cool. This is 100% Terrible Messenger, but they're the only guy who knows any niche title, so they monopolize the discourse. Yeah! Nope, 100%. It's pretty passive-aggressive bit without any legs to stand on, since they have to think about they're too smart to enjoy it. Man, now this is reminding me of people's absolute revulsion to when Samurai Flamenco came out. The entire thing is almost front-handed and backhanded. Sounds passive-aggressive and a bit know-it-all. It sounds really sarcastic, like, almost like they're mocking it. Yeah, I really can't make heads or tails of this. It's so weird. I'm gonna probably put the entire... I'm just gonna put it also as a negative, and then it's like. I'm actually gonna put it mixed actually, because I really don't know if they. You see how I put kaiji there for a second? Mixed? It's because I don't know if they're being overtly negative about it. I think if they're just like taking shots at the genre, but then they're like, this is good for those fans that like this movie, right? It's like, it's so weird. Like, are they trying to compliment and give it negative criticism? I can't tell at all because how they word it. There's like an implied tone to it. Yeah. I really can't follow it. I really don't understand what they're talking about. And the thing is, right, what the fuck is this? Right, this is like a title I've never heard of. I don't know any of the people I've heard of. Also, I'm looking at it and... Hold on. Okay. I just need to see what this looks like. This is a toku. Is it all CG or something? They say there was CG in the latter half, but like... What? It's all nothing but the cover too, it's so annoying. Maybe if I go videos. It's just... Oh! Cool. Japanese ad. Is this even it? Wait. I don't know if this is... I don't even know if this is it. I don't... So, oh. I mean, okay, yeah, okay. That's a very distinct art style. It's interesting that they made this all animated when there's like, you know, an entire toku genre about this. But you would never get this from their review. All you say in here is, the CGI money concentrated where it can make the biggest splash. Some elements and characters suffer as a result. Like, I don't know what you mean by that. Like, give some concrete details or something. Maybe talk about what the monsters look like. I don't know, give it some fucking thought the way that these people gave it thought when they made this short. Oh, in the plot, they gave it some thought because of nuclear. That's stupid. Like, come on. We're talking about the craft here. Yeah, it's stupid. Sure. But like, I mean, look at some of the environmental things here. Look at just this shot right here. Wait a sec. I rewinded it a little bit just to... Oh, right over here. Yeah. Look at that. Look at pretty environmental... Kind of a nice layout. I don't know. That's kind of nice. Oh yeah, one shot. Look, I haven't watched the short yet. But like, I would prefer that kind of constructive and like thought put into an article like this. This just seems to be needlessly bashing the entire conceit of kaiju and Godzilla. Just really reductive and not helpful. Like, are they trying to compliment? Yeah. It sounds like they take shots at things whenever they talk about Ghibli, but are also a bit butthurt about it. Almost looks like the Takushi Retsuden type deal. It's actually kind of charming. Reminds me of Fairly Map Garo. Yeah, yeah. Maybe they refer to how CG at times couldn't really portray facial expressions. Yeah, so I could tell that it was CG and not like a toku thing because there was a shot of a guy on a TV Yeah, here. I don't know if I showed it on... I think I did, yeah. I was like, okay, yeah. You know? And... no respect at all. Maybe they refer to how see facial expressions with good reaction expressions. Yeah, I think it shows a lot of thought and passion. Yeah, I don't know. It's just... if you're going to do something like this, right? Man, I get it. Having to do this for every anime ever? I get it. Not easy. But if you're going to if you're going to go out of your way and give an opinion like that and really try to describe, like really talk about it the way that they do, besides giving the plot synopsis, then you better put the work in. And I think this is inadequate. I think this article is inadequate. Negima. Let's see what they have to say about this one. Can't wait. Did they mention how it looks at all? No. I mean, I'll read it again, like very quickly. If you ever think it's worth asking the question who it could be, the loving gift to the fans of giant monster movie genre, set in the dream of the 1950s, saturated with nostalgia for a Japan that never really existed, opening with an homage. This story was never about saving Tokyo. No monster movie is ever about saving the city. Trashing the city is merely the process by which we learn that what matters is how we fail. Director Aizawa Awazu fails brilliantly, allocating the second half of this mini-movie to an epic battle in Tokyo and a space battle. He stays short on plot and long on impact, with the CGI money concentrated where it can make the biggest splash. Like, you would just assume that, like, the CG is just for the monster or something. Yeah. It's weird how they have entries like this, but they're clearly not talking about every show in existence. Like, why even include it? Because it's short, Hayden. Because it was 30 minutes and they had access to it so they could watch it. But, like, it's so often that they won't talk about shows in any more detail if it's a TV show that they don't have access to. Which I get, because the most they have access to at the time in, like, 2001, or maybe even as late as 2015, was articles in magazines and stuff. And look, kudos to them for digging a lot of this stuff up. I think the significant bulk of MAL or AnyDB, at least to start, probably helped by this book, because this has pretty much everything. Like, it doesn't have some things. There's certainly gaps, but like not nearly as many as you would expect. It's really impressive how thorough this book is. It's where they say for a Japan that never existed. But like, I'm sure they have an actual argument for that, but they don't go into that because they don't have the word count. So they're just gonna, Yeah, I don't know. That didn't really describe what we saw too well. No, right. It often doesn't. Anyway, Negima. Can't wait how this goes. Negi Springfield is a bespectacled 10-year-old Welsh orphan, highly intelligent, well-mannered, and quiet. He's already graduated as a teacher, but he has another ambition: to follow in his footsteps of his father, the legendary Nagi Springfield, as a great wizard. Nagi, known as the Thousand Master, allegedly because he was the master of 1,000 spells, has been missing, presumed dead, for many years. Negi has been studying at the Meridiana Academy in Wales, and has just one more test before he qualifies as a wizard. To pass, he has to prove he can cope with everyday life and new relationships on his own by becoming a class teacher at a girls' high school in Japan, while keeping his powers secret. His class consists of 31 14-year-old girls. Interesting how they specify the age. We could probably assume that they're something like that age because he just says a girls' high school in Japan. Like, it's interesting that they're going to specify 14-year-old girls. Challenging enough for someone 3 times his age, without the dangerously powerful opponents and magical challenges that come his way. The harem show is a well-established trope in manga and anime. A hapless boy suddenly finds himself surrounded by a crowd of girls inexplicably but completely in love with him, and dithers over whether to do something about it. If the creator is clever enough and lucky enough to hit the right formula for his girl characters so as to attract the largest possible number of boy viewers, the process turns into a self-perpetuating franchise. Negima has clever girls, dumb girls, magicians, martial artists, an alien, a spirit, an idol, a vampire, a demi-demon, and a robot. The merchandising spin-offs, figures, posters, collectible cards, can be even more lucrative than the original work. Negima twists the formula by making the boy much younger than the girls. This is played for comedy, but creates some uncomfortable moments when the cliches of the harem genre and the age of the boy collide. The idea... So I suppose the reason they specified 14-year-old girls is because they were specifying Negi as a 10-year-old, I suppose. But again, I feel like that could have been assumed. Especially since it's elaborated here anyway. The idea of a group of teenage girls pursuing a 10-year-old boy is unsettling, whether they are cooing over him as if he were a cute fluffy toy, sharing his bedroom, or chasing after him for a kiss. Perhaps to compensate for this disturbing subtext, the show parades concealment like a banner. Negi carries a highly conspicuous bandaged object resembling a magical staff. Where magical girls usually get naked as they grasp their magical baton, wand, or whatever, and transform into their costumed selves. I actually have to think about that. I think it's Sailor Moon. And how many other magical girls do that? Where they become naked? Princess Tutu, I believe? I'm blanking. What other magical girl shows in the transformation do they become naked first? How many Precure do that? Probably. I actually don't know. To be fair, I've only seen Heartcatch. Annalisa, you probably know this. Nanaha? Okay. Yeah, fair. I haven't seen Nanaha. Yeah, the documentation is insane. Oh, right, I forgot the shaft of the second season of Nejima I should give back and reevaluate before it becomes UP holder. Trying to make us sound more sus. It kind of was, but the joke here is that the author was told by his editors to make a harem show, but really, really wanted to make a battle action show, and it really shows in how it develops. Ray Earth. Okay. Quite a few shows have the girls get naked. Corrector Yui does it. Alright. Yeah. Kill la Kill. Yeah. That's what people would push back against it being a magical girl, but yeah. Just the backhanded, just like random dig at magical girl anime because the guy has a staff and it makes them remind them of that. Or whatever, and transforms into their costumed selves. Negi's staff gets naked to cast a spell while he keeps his clothes on. That's your fucking conclusion? The only reason you brought up this point about magical girls getting naked is because Neji's staff gets naked to cast a spell because it got bandages on it or something? Are you fucking kidding me? That's not funny. That's not clever. That's really stupid. The arrival of the magical boy's animal familiar, a cute but dirty-minded, air-mined gangster wannabe with an eye for the girls and an outrageous line in tall tales, moves the spotlight back onto sex. Meanwhile, Shotokan, the male equivalent of Lolicon, an unhealthy interest in little boys, is no mere subtext, but one of Negima's primary selling points. Okay, so you were just making the argument about it, how it's a harem, and they have all these girls to sell to boys, and then you bring up Negima's one of his primary selling points is that it's Shotokan. Okay. The success of the Harry Potter franchise, like a new paragraph, they just start with this. The success of the Harry Potter franchise, the story of a bespectacled young orphan wizard at a boarding school with a powerful magical enemy, is an obvious point of reference, but transplanting it to the harem was a stroke of brilliance from Ken Akamatsu. The TV series is based on his best-selling 2003 manga, Magical Teacher Negima, and its success was planned with great care.
3 videos were produced solely to introduce the TV anime characters between August 2004 and March 2005. The first 2, reenacting chapters of the manga, were bundled with CD dramas, and one was sold separately. The first series launched in January 2005. Its biggest problem is its compressed time span. The amount of editing needed to get 18 volumes of story into 12 hours of screen time means that story arcs from the manga are missed out or simplified. They went 18 volumes in 12 episodes? 26? Wait a minute. No. 12 hours? Did they? How many hours did they just say? This is such a long article, of course. Of course it is. 12 hours of screen time. Right, okay, so 26. Yeah, okay, 2 core. And 12 hours of screen time means that arcs from the manga are missed out or simplified. There are serious problems in the animation. For example, a scene where one character suddenly acquires an extra finger. Are you serious? Are you serious? You're fucking complaining about, like, a background thing? Like, how obvious is this fucking finger? Are you seriously looking at animation errors? Like, oh, they suddenly acquires an extra finger. Like, are you kidding me? I'm not even like a defender or fan of Negima at all. I wouldn't want any fucking anime to get that. That's ridiculous. To put that in this book, you have like limited word space. You could talk about fucking Mushishi more. You could talk about these other things, but you're gonna complain about how Negima has an extra fucking finger. After complaints from Japanese fans, a number of episodes were redrawn from the Japanese DVD release, the version released in the West. There's broadcast versions and TV version and DVD versions. Okay. There were no storyline changes, but the redrawing managed to introduce a few new errors, probably due to a lack of continuity checking. Fans are often willing to disregard problems like this if a TV adaptation gives them enough of what they loved in the manga original. Favorite characters looking cute, a coherent storyline, and an atmosphere that reflects the original, and here Negima scores well. It's not as dark as the manga, but that didn't hamper its success. 2 videos appeared in 2006, and a TV series, Note Different Punctuation, aired in Japan the same year, an alternate story unseen in the manga with new character designs, more action and comedy, and less fan service. A live-action drama series followed in 2007, and future videos were released with manga volumes in 2008. In 2009, subtitled Another World. The Negima anime story wrapped up in 2011 with a movie based on the final chapters of the manga following on from Another World. Maho Sensei Negima anime final aired on a double bill with Hayate the Combat Butler movie Heaven is a Place on Earth, wrapping up a much-loved and highly successful series that put the harem into Hogwarts. They don't get naked in Futari, they get enveloped in light. I think it's way later they have magical girl joke, but definitely not in the premise. No respect for these harem shows. It's a harsh take, but Negima low-key is kind of hard to defend. Oh, here they go. Oh, nobody had ever had respect for harem shows in the West unless they were already on board. To Lover is still peak. This is the kind of article that makes me tired. I feel tired. Wow. Slight animation mistakes. Look, it's not everyone's cup of tea. I don't blame them. I don't watch that many harems. I actually don't know how many harems I have watched. If anything, I've watched more reverse harems than harems, oddly enough. I'm going to look at my completed a little bit. It also depends on what you mean by harem, because there's some shows that kind of function as harems, but aren't. I'm looking for like an actual harem. I could put it on my no, it's in display capture. Yeah, this is my Taiga. I mean, Naja's not really a harem. It's got a lot of romantic interest, but not harem. Not really Kenichi, no. I don't think so. So there's a reverse harem there. I don't necessarily think so. You know. The way it frames it in the last episode, there are 3 girls. Anyway. More romances than outright harems. This is probably going to be some when I get to the one cores. Clanad. Yeah, even though he actually does end up with somebody, and this entire story is that, you know. Sorry, I'm spending so much time doing this. I don't know why. I'm just curious, I guess. Yeah, I don't know. I've definitely seen more reverse harems. I've seen Norn 9 and forget its name. I don't know. some visual novel thing. Oh, I like that spreadsheet. It's an app I use. Taiga, Taiga. You can use Mal on it. You can use Annulist on it. I use it for Kitsu. That's how I keep track of my stuff. It's so nice. It's much better than like going onto the website and clicking updates and shit. Anyway, let me see. Probably give it a negative on that one. I'm probably also write the finger thing about the odd choices and the magical girl thing. This was a whack article. spend as long as you want, Shapes. I'm making spaghetti! Spaghetti! I'm driving, so yeah. Okay. Ugh. Alright. Neighborhood story. Go Kinja Monogatari. Hell yeah. I don't care if they're calling it neighborhood. I'm calling it Go Kinja Monogatari. Woo! Positive right out the gate. Let's fucking go. Hell yeah. Compared to his or her circumstances, which tells a similar story but with a more negative slant. Huh? I'm gonna read this one. Wait a second. One of the freshest and most stylish TV shows of its season, Gokinja Monogatari goes back to the 1960s for its look and atmosphere. Childhood friends and neighbors Mikako and Tsutomu head off to art college, he for photography, she for fashion, where they slowly fall for each other. A bubbly adaptation of the 1995 manga in Ribbon magazine by Ayazawa, there is also a short theatrical release. Compared to His and Her Circumstances, which tells a similar story but with a more negative slant. How the fuck? How the fuck? Where are you getting that? Source? Sauce? Like, how? How? Fucking Nardwar. Fucking hold on. This fucking How?
You gotta fuck.
Wait.
Fuck, you know this. How? Hold on, bro. How?
How?
How? Like, talk.
How?
You the police? Is you the LBI? CI?
How? How? Please, someone get that. Someone please explain that. Peak. Awesome. Bubbly. Neighbor stories is often pretty sad and dramatic. I can get it. I can kind of get it because it's fun. It's cute. You're right that it is sad and dramatic in that way, but I don't fully disagree with Bubbly. I have a problem with comparing it to His and Her Circumstances. Like, Nani the fuck? The 60s. Yes, I guess stylistic, like, the shapes, you know? I can kind of see it. But I don't see Karikano at all. Do you? If you see it, say Karikano. Do you see the map? Oh, man. Well, it was positive. That's good. I'd love for Discotheque to release Gokinjo. Me too. There you go. I was like, where are you? How? Man. Hugs, especially if you've seen Gokinjo. You should look it up. You should look. I know you're cooking spaghetti. Yeah, I know you're cooking spaghetti. But at some point, Gokinjo Monogatari. That shit looks gorgeous. I think the OP's on YouTube. I'd imagine so. It's the same author as Nana, if you're familiar with Nana. And like, man. Oh, cool. So experimental upscale.
YouTube TV has no hidden fees and
I will not play any audio here, but yeah, I haven't seen this OP in forever. Cool. Oh, I miss them. I miss these guys. Good stuff. Good stuff. I wish I liked it more. I liked it. Don't get me wrong. I did end up liking it. I did enjoy it. But I didn't fucking love it. The same way I did like Nana or Nana. Pretty much. Nana? I actually drew style comparisons to 60s cartoons when I watched it, so I get it. Oh my gosh, I love the art. Yeah, it's the same artist. It's the same author. Oh, it's so good. I wish the OP song was better. Yeah. I can't even remember it. So expressive and cute. Oh my god, the backgrounds too. Oh. The background, like, everything about that show is freaking gorgeous. Unreal. Love it. Really love the art style. I just wish I liked the story more. But it's okay. I don't want to be a bummer. That's about it. Oh, did I? Oh yeah, Karikano. Paradise is also good. Yeah, I gotta get to it. Especially because it's a Kobayashi thing, and I love Kobayashi now. I am now a Kobayashi fan. About the same. I had to pick one. It's Kokinjo. Yeah, cool. I guess it's because Nana got to me first. I don't know. But also Nana has like more of a recurring, like more of an ongoing narrative, and Kokinjo feels like it kind of goes in different places. It feels a little fractured to me. Neko ramen. Ramen. Oh, cute. All right. Different director each episode. Really? It gained a place in history as the first anime series to be licensed exclusively by an internet TV company and made available for unrestricted free download when Vuze released it in 2007. That's really interesting. That was a good one. Let's go. I learned a lot. And I'm now interested in Neko Ramen. Sorry, I didn't read it for you guys out loud. Salary. Let me pull up the Mal article on it, and then I'll read you what they said about it. There we go. So they wrote. Salaryman Koichi Tanaka finds a new ramen store. It's weird, but he's compelled to come back every day to listen to the hopes and dreams of the proprietor, a cat named Taisho, who dreams of a chain of ramen shops serving his own recipes. Ambitious and scheming, with a hard life behind him and a complex and demanding family, Taisho has also diversified his business interests by opening a curry shop. Simply and artfully animated, with odd stories and surreal treats embedded in each episode. The cute but useless part-timer who sleeps on the job and gets pregnant, the Japanese subtitles for cat dialogue, the Christmas shopping experience, the picture frame credits, and Crochet Cat. This series is a tiny gem. It doesn't have much in the way of resources, but it uses them with imagination. Kenji Sonishi's 2006 gag manga, which is also available in English, is playfully and lovingly brought to life with a different director for each episode. It gained a place in history as the first anime series to be licensed exclusively by an internet TV company and made available for unrestricted free download when Vuze released it in 2007. That's great! 13 episode, 2-minute episodes, 4 coma. I don't know if I'd recognize some of these directors. It's not been reviewed on Mal. Oh, it has actually. Got mixed review. 6. Why not give it a try? All right. That's neat. It's part of it. It's definitely articles like that make me worth reading it. And hopefully something I can really try champion in my video. Amidst all of the whack shit. Only thing I know about Nana is that it's one of my favorite anime Finnish AMVs. Really? I can't remember if I watched Nana first, but I watched all 3 back to back. Really? I'm still scared of watching Nana. It looks good. I also feel it's going to hit really hard emotionally. I'm not ready for peak. I feel that. I understand. I think I should set aside time for peak. I'm afraid I'm running so far behind on Precure. I've missed starting on March comes in like a lion. March lion for March? Oh yeah. Fair. I'm doing pretty good with my anime watching right now. Fucking Gungrave is blowing my mind. I literally saw probably one of the best episodes I've ever seen. This morning. I pogged so hard, like I yelled. Like I just like shouted for joy seeing the fucking credits, and I saw storyboard / episode director, because I was like, oh my god, this episode's fucking incredible. And it's at such a pivotal moment of the show. And I'm like, who the fuck? Maybe it's Araki, because Tetsuro Araki had directed some episodes. Nope, it's fucking Toshiyuki Suru. It was the director of the whole show. But, like, he specifically did the episode direction and storyboard. I'm like, I'm like, yeah! I couldn't believe it, dude. I popped off so hard. That was probably one of my favorite experiences in a while with anime. Gungrave review when? Definitely soon. Definitely at some point this year. I do want to talk about Gungrave, not just give it an AMV. I do really want to. I need to do something with it. It's so fucking good. And maybe about the fact that, like, people always were like, oh yeah, that's the video game one that Naito's not really involved with, right? No, I much prefer it to Trigun. I think it's a way better classic than Trigun. It's 20 years old this fall. Celebrating 20 years old. And I'm fucking in love with it. It's so good. Gungrave secretly peak? I wish it wasn't secret. It's like Fantastic Children level of secretly peak. Where it's like, fuck, why are not more people talking about this? It's dubbed too by Funimation. Tony Oliver's in the fucking dub. He voices the antagonist. And he's awesome. He's the guy that voices Lupin the Third for most of the English dubs. And here he is playing, like, the main bad guy. And he kicks so much. He's so good. It's so good. I prefer Trigun by a lot, but I'm glad you love it. You know, I appreciate Trigun, but, dude, I think it's because I'm a Berserk fan. And it's basically just Mafia Berserk. And I don't want to obviously generalize it as that. Like, it is doing different things from Berserk, which is really exciting. Which I don't really want to go into that much, but it's hitting the exact same notes, and that's like a top 10. You know, Trigun was not doing that, so sorry. Cannot with that show. I love it so much. I will admit though, I have run aground a bit on my Magical Girl stuff, mainly because of Sailor Moon. Sailor Moon was really pulling me through it because I was really enjoying it. And then R is just like, what are we doing, man? Like, what happened? I've kind of fallen off on R specifically. But hey, I fell off on Shippuden. Like, when I got the Shippuden, I was not feeling it for a while, so I'm sure it'll be fine. I'm sure once the pink hair girl, the daughter, comes in, I'll like it again. The dub's good. Oh, I played the game. Didn't know there was an anime. Oh my god. Mafia Berserk sure is a pairing of words to sell me on something. Yeah. Yeah. It's really good. Oh my god. Specifically 97 Berserk, because of the way that it's structured as a TV show, is very similar. Pace-wise. I think there was a new Gungrave game recently. Yes. Alright, I'll add it. You've convinced me. Yo, stop grinding in Persona 3. Hoping everyone's enjoying the stream. Thank you, Drax. Hope you're enjoying Persona 3. Sailor Moon review 1. We'll see. I have an idea for Sailor Moon. I had one other idea, and I'm not gonna do it. I've kind of thought it's not worth it. It's too low of fruit for me, honestly. It's like, oh, this would be bullying by this point. It's so obvious. So I'm not gonna. Hayden knows what it is, I imagine, but it's about a certain person involved in Sailor Moon that I'm just like, come on. It's no contest. Anyway. Yeah, that was Neko Ramen. Neo Tokyo. I'll read this one. Oh, but there's Nekojiro Theater. Okay, it's Katsu. No, it's not. That's not Katsu. Yeah, no, it's 10. It's 4 10-minute episodes, so it's not. It's not. Hold on. Nekojiro? Okay, so there's Nekojiro Gekijo. So there's Katsu. And they have 27 2-minute episodes, but... Huh? Okay, so they... Huh. Okay, they moved the... Yeah, okay. They don't really change. They don't seem to change it. No, they didn't. They just changed the title actually. But they don't put it in the top. Weird. Only the later... Okay, so that actually gets added. Okay. Weird. Whatever, I'm over it. Neo Tokyo. Chibiusa. Katsu TV is a different show. It's easy to confuse them though. Yeah, okay. Slender Anthology. A slender anthology brackets 2 dark shorts by Kawajiri and Otomo inside the titular Labyrinth. A chiller by veteran Rintaro. Little Sachiko is warned by her mother about playing with strangers and staring into mirrors, but she ignores the warnings with results as predicted by the brothers Grimm. She and her cat stray into a carnival straight out of a Ray Bradbury story, the kind where you don't want to stay after dark but can't find the exit. Otomo's story, Order to Stop Construction, is a classic sci-fi essay on the possibilities of chaos inherent in the most efficient automated systems. Kawajiri contributes Running Man, the tale of a top racing driver who finds he just can't quit. Despite its futuristic trappings, it's anime for the couch potato audience. A warning against machine addiction that they'll forget while slavering over the gleaming, roaring engines, and the least interesting of the 3 plot premises. All 3 sections ooze dark, edgy style. See Robot Carnival and Memories for anthologies of a different theme. That was a little colder. That's a little disappointing. You got fucking literally Rintaro, Kawajiri, and Otomo. 3 different shorts. And they're way less, like, I don't know. They didn't seem that enthused about it. That's too bad. I don't know what to give that one. Because they don't really, yeah, I'd say mixed because they, yeah, I'd say, yeah, I think it's mixed actually. If you want to watch something that's like Sailor Moon, but you don't have the time for hundreds of episodes, is Wedding Peach. Thanks! I'm already watching 3 that are 200 episodes each. I'm literally watching Sailor Moon, Kimitsu no Ako-chan, and Sally the Witch all at the same time. But I'm not. And the other Magical Girl series that are on my radar for this year, that are on my docket, but like I don't even know if I'll get to them really because I'm just busy with other things. Busy with making shit, you know. I do want to watch Saint Tail. I do want to watch Kaito John. I want to watch Original Futariwa and Cutie Honey. I think that's the extent of it. Could be missing one. Let me look. I've been wanting, I maybe sneaking in Fun Pharmacy in there. I don't know. That'd be really nice. But it's basically those 4, yeah. Running Man is dope. Yeah, it is. Neo Tokyo. Now there's something I'd love for Disrespect, but yeah. Yeah. Neo Pikyo. Neo Ranga. Oh boy. Speaking of Suru. It's one word for them, apparently. Okay. Hold on. Hold on. Am I high? Did he only do episodes? Wait a minute. No, wait a minute. Wait a minute. Okay, yeah, it is Jun Kamiya. And then Toshiyuki Suru is just the chief animation director and episode director for some things. Okay. Gotcha. Did Suru only do... I can't believe Suru doesn't have a fucking picture on Mal, dude. Come on. He has a lot of storyboarding credits on Hajime Ningen Gone. Oh, wow. He worked a lot on Neo Ranga, to be fair. Okay. And he is not mentioned a single time in the credits here. Okay. I'm just looking at Suru's credits for a second. Yeah, Gungrave, okay. Oh my god, he has 2 more episodes! Ah! Ah! Oh, okay, episode 14 was the only one he actually did episode direction for. But he contributes the storyboard to these other ones, but the fucking episode 14 is unbelievable. Then he directed the third Naruto movie. Of course, doing a lot of Shippuden. And then, yeah, he worked on a Bleach episode. And the ED for Unlimited Detective. But his only, actually, yeah, Gungrave is the only show that he's... Well, there's movies that he's directed. But, like, in terms of an entire show, start to finish, Gungrave's the only one that he's actually credited as the director. That's crazy. It's so good. I can't believe it, dude. Anyway. Neoranga. So they are right about Jun Kamiya, though. A giant robot, a relic of an ancient South Sea civilization, threatens to destroy Tokyo, but it can be controlled by the 3 teenage Shimabara sisters who are descended from its makers. Despite their reservations about inheriting this relic of their previously unknown ancestry, the 18-foot-tall robot becomes one of the family, with sometimes comic consequences. Originated by Aikawa, with striking designs, backgrounds, and music, this show begins as a Godzilla pastiche, but soon transforms into a slice-of-life drama with occasional city stomping. The short and variable episode lengths stem from its original existence as just one of several anime shown on TV's Anime Complex anthology slot, though it is a measure of its quality that it was at least opted for a follow-up season. Few of its fellow short shows shared such successes. Fellow short shows shared such successes. Cool. I like that one. Do people compare Gungrave to Trigun a lot? As much as people compare them to Blood Blockade, I guess. Well, yeah, because it's Gungrave is by the author of Trigun, Naitao, Yoshio something Naitao, is credited as original creator for Gungrave. He's also for original character design, I think. Narima Daikon brothers. Any patrons in the chat? Don't know. Anyone familiar with our group watch of this one? One of the anime of all time. Bracing for a positive opinion about this. Fucking hell. Hideki cherishes the dream of putting on a concert in a performance dome he hopes to build his native town of Nerima. Along with his brother Ichiro, a nightclub host, the pretty cousin he adores, and their surreal panda associate, he hustles for dimes in a series of adventures, occasionally leaning on the assistance of Nabishin, a strange man who rents him devices to fight evil, and evading the clutches of local law enforcer Inspector Karakuri. As the appearance by Nebashin suggests, this is another comedy from Excel Saga's Shinichi Watanabe, set in the Tokyo district, where so many small-time anime studios sprang up in the shadow of Toei Animation, also the home of Ranma 1/2. Right. And then suddenly... So, I remember this from last stream. I'm reading the Diamond Daikon Brothers, and then suddenly... Wait. There's 2 articles. There's literally 2 entirely different articles on this fucking show. Completely different articles. Brothers hit even different fucking descriptions. Brothers Hideki and Ichiro live with their sexy cousin Mako in a field where they grow daikon, Japanese radishes. As children, they made a pact that one day they would perform in a concert in a dome built over the field. Now the boys do everything they can to make money to fund their dream, despite Mako spending it as fast as they can bring it home. A prominent local businessman has other ideas. He plans to build a baseball stadium on the field and will stoop to anything to get his way. Hideki loves Mako, who tells him that the Japanese constitution won't let them marry, even though it will. Mako is attracted to Ichiro, who works in a host club charming older ladies, but he is devoted to his pet seaweed and Pandaikon, a strange bear daikon hybrid who lives with them. In true musical comedy style, the show breaks into song at every possible moment, but its main purpose is to be an insanely fast-paced parody of Japanese and foreign politicians, performers, and cultural institutions, with overtly sexual gags and references to homosexuality, crime, race, and moneylending. Director Watanabe loves to appear in his own shows, and here, as in Excel Saga, his Nabashin alter ego features as prominently as his passion for schoolboy humor. If you can't stand the idea of an anus-seeking enema rocket, this is not the show you're looking for. But if you want another anime featuring the prime minister who inspired Legend of Koizumi, or a mind-blowingly grin till your face aches sing-along fun time in the worst possible taste, it just might be. I think that's a positive. A manga version with art by Takemitsu Kondo and story by Aniplex and Studio Hibari was published from December 2005 to May 2006. Fucking a tale of two articles, huh? Crazy. That first one, let me read that first one again, just for contrast. Hideki cherishes the dream of putting on a concert in a performance dome that he hopes to build in his native town of Nerima. Along with his brother Ichiro, a nightclub host, the pretty cousin he adores, and their surreal panda associate, he hustles for dimes in a series of adventures, occasionally leaning on the assistance of Nabashin, a strange man who rents him devices to fight evil, and evading the clutches of local law enforcer Inspector Karakuri. As the appearance by Nabashin suggests, this is another comedy from Excel Saga's Shinichi Watanabe, set in the Tokyo district where so many small anime studios sprang up in the shadow of Toei Animation, also the home of Ranma 1/2. That is so bizarre, isn't it? They left both of those in. I have a poster of the show at my computer set up. I think I gotta sleep soon. Nani sore? Well, of course, Shapes. It says there are brothers, so there's double the trouble. Great. Well, in that case, there should be triple, because Nerima Daikon Brothers is kind of a triple act. If you look at the poster, it's kind of the three of them, and it's like they make both descriptions make it seem like the cousin is like a side character or something, but they're a trifecta. But whatever. Yeah, I guess that was a positive. Okay. Odd choices. Is it because there's like a TV and a movie or something? No. You look at their credits. "24 minutes, 12 episodes, 2006. 25-minute, 12-minute episode, 2006. Shinichi Watanabe, Studio Hibari, Aniplex, They actually add some more detail to this one, because this one doesn't have animation or music credited, but this one has The animation and music actually credited. It's Hibari Aniplex. It's the same show. They just completely wrote two different. I think they left the second. This is what they had in the second edition, the first one, which is much more surface level and has casual details wrong. And then the third edition is like, this second one is like they actually watched it. What the fuck? Yeah. Strange. It's a good example of like, let me write that down. Yeah. Okay. Nesting cranes from 1971. I think they gave away the entire thing in that one. Netorare. What's the point of having the article in there if that's all you're gonna say about it? Are you kidding me? This is all they say about it. What the fuck? That's it? Why do you have to subject me to that, man? What the fuck? Because I have to guess. I have to guess every fucking time. Because you don't label anything. It's you label, like, content warnings. But there's certain titles that you put it with an N or a V that aren't porn. They're not good content indicators. If fucking... Bruh. Lol, I thought it was going to be a discussion on the genre that is Netorare. No. No, they're not going to make a big deal out of this one. Shaves is incorrect. That's going to be the most positive review so far. Come on. Okay. And then there's Netorare Fighter Yachingu. The drug. Porn based on a story and character designs by Linda. Okay. Hisao Takahata worked on this. Wait. Nani the fuck? What? What? I just looked up the kanji because it links me to this. I mean, received the Galaxy Monthly Award. Ryosuke Takahashi. What? What the fuck? What? Why is that coming up? Absolute. I mean, that's Heidi. That's Heidi right there. Heidi. I have a Google Pixel. Yeah, this is it. Oh wait, no, this is a Netto. This is Netties. Netti no Fushigina. So this is not what I'm looking for. But still. Nice goat. It was just a TV special, and I think it's just... They literally just have this... I don't think this is anywhere. Annie Memorial. Like... Talk about obscure! And I mean, they mention it too. This frightfully obscure TV special. Mixing live action footage with animation. Jeez, that's a good one because that's like that just straight up would completely forgotten the time. Crazy. So it's like when they don't have something, it's a little weird because they have this. They have this. They mentioned Takahata, Nani. Is it on Anime Bites? I don't even know if it's on Mal, Hayden. I don't even think it's on fucking Mal. No, Nettie is not. I just looked up Nettie and no. Alps. So there's Alps Monogatari Watashi no Annette, but that's from 83. This is from 77. No. There's Annette and Heidi, but that's it. Yeah. Okay. And that was a new entry too. That's not in the first edition, I don't think. Let me just double check. Oops. Nope. Yeah, they have Annette and they have Heidi, but they don't have that. So this is a new article. I don't think they watched it. No, I doubt it too. They probably just described... They found an article about it that described it. That's often what happens with these. They're often getting their information from magazines and they have a ton of sources. They don't need to necessarily have watched this stuff in order to describe it this way. But it is important that it's at least in English. I didn't realize that Neuro was a detective series. I had no idea. I would have just kind of assumed this is some kind of... Oh, wait a minute. That's not the... I'm thinking of a different series. I was visualizing something else. I didn't know about this show Neuro. Okay. It's just 25 episodes. Those designs look very familiar. Hold on. What a coincidence. What a fucking coincidence. Let me just double check if this is the same guy. I'm mistaken. Never mind. It's not the same guy I was thinking of. Never mind. Never mind. But that's okay. Okay, that's cool. Positive though. About Neuro. I'll say it got me interested in that one because I had never heard of this series before. It sounds like fun. It's a series. It's about like a demon interacting with this girl who wants to solve her father's murder, and so he has just this like fascination and thirst for puzzles and mystery solving. So it's kind of like Ushio. They liken it to Ushio and Tora, except the guy is a detective. Kind of also reminds me of Hikaru no Go a little bit, even though the ghost in that one is not malicious. New Adventures of Pinocchio. Where the heck is New Karate Hell? When are they gonna get to that? I'm still in the first edition, like kind of waiting here. No Shinboken? Like what? What's their deal with Pinocchio here? There's Pinocchio Yori Piccolino no Daiboken. $2.99. Piccolino from 1976, and this is 1960. I think this is a new entry. Yeah. Okay. Pinocchio no Shinboken from 1960. See, here's part of how they know about some of these entries here. They say about Pinocchio, in a series of picaresque adventures described in the Rankin Bass studio history as a 10.5-hour road movie. So like, the studios keep track of all the material, all the shows that they've made, obviously, because they kind of have to. That's, it makes sense, right? Keeping track of their work and their history and stuff. So they probably just go right to these studios and look up their catalogs and be like, what is everything that you've made? And they just include all of them bulk in the encyclopedia. And sometimes apparently they include descriptions. Picaresque adventures described in the Rankin Bass studio history as a 10.5-hour road movie. Right? So that's interesting. That's basically how they're able to get a lot of this stuff. I don't know where I put that for notes, but I guess trend. I could put that as a trend. That's one way to do it. Pinocchio was the first stop-motion deal struck between the American animators Arthur Rankin and Jules Bass and the Japanese animator Tadahito Mochinaga. So, Pinocchio is the first of these, like Rudolph and all these other things. Produced by Rankin Bass and made by Dentsu. Dentsu's kind of hard to... It's a whole company. It was their first production to be made in Animagic, a stop-motion puppet animation technique. In association with the company was done by Tadahito Mochinaga. 130 5-minute chapters. And then 5 25-minute episodes. was also aired in Japan on Fuji TV, and that's probably why they may not have initially called it anime, but they do classify it as anime here because it aired on Japanese television. Along with this other stop motion series, I gotcha. That's really interesting. I'll probably look into that later. I'm kind of interested in it now. A giant of wartime anime and early key figure in 1950s advertising and sponsorship, Mochinaga was a specialist in puppetry and stop motion who accepted the contract with extreme reluctance in order to pay off some of his art house debts. His MOM production company would subsequently make many of the 1960s Rankin-Bass features, including Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer. The New Adventures was conceived as a series of 25-minute adventures, although each was shot and originally broadcast in 5-minute episodes. Gotta sit like L for a little bit. The series is rather obscure, not the least because it was often shown as an interior segment of other umbrella shows, both in America and its native Japan. As a result, it has often been confined to the shadows and footnotes of TV histories, despite its remarkable achievement. Of each episode's 300-second running time, a full 100 seconds would comprise recycled or repurposed footage, telling the story so far, presenting Pinocchio's opening dance or flashing up the end credits. Regardless, the achievement of MOM production in generating the entire run in a single calendar year at the rate of just over 12 minutes a week demonstrated the viability, or at least possibility, of producing animation on a weekly schedule, 2 whole years before Tezuka supposedly pioneered the idea with Astro Boy. Yeah, 1960, they were able to do it. But Tezuka still has the first there. I mean, A, it's a different form of animation. B, it's 5-minute, 130 episodes. But the amount, the rate is impressive, for sure. Generating the entire run in a single calendar year, which is 5 times 130 episodes. I think they said the runtime earlier, 300-minute runtime or something. Each episode's 300-second runtime. So you do 5 minutes times 130. That's 650 minutes. Divided by 60 minutes. That's over 10 hours. That's nearly 11 hours. Whew. That is crazy. That's really cool. That's very interesting. You see? It's worth what? I'm sorry I didn't put fucking New Adventures of Pinocchio this whole time. God damn it. Sorry, future me. In fact, the New Adventures episodes were not shown in Japanese television until they were included as part of the puppet show Siskan Oji, and hence may have appeared to viewers to have been following the innovation of Tezuka rather than preceding it. Yeah, because it didn't air in Japan until 1963, so it looked like it came after Astro Boy, but it was actually before Astro Boy in 1960. The last 5 episodes featured stories of the new character Willy-Nilly as told by Pinocchio and by his father Geppetto, and effectively functioned as test footage for the stop-motion feature Willie McBean and His Magic Machine. See also The Adventures of Pinocchio. That was a really interesting article. Very fascinating. It's nearing 2 hours, but I'm not gonna stop. I don't know where I'll stop. How many entries have we done? I just want to count. Probably not many. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. We've done 17, 18, 19. 19. I'm not doing that math, sorry. Okay, I got 63 left. Let's do 50. Let's have it so we have 50 articles left at the end. I just like that round number. That means we need to do 13 more articles. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Okay, Night Wizard. Wizard. Okay. But of course, fucking Night Shift Nurses is apparently long as fuck. Great. Okay, finally. Hell of a title. Iki Kajiwara? Sheesh. Okay. Let me just double check if that was the same. Yeah, no difference. Humanoid cam. Based on the porn manga by Urotan, this short video, whose similarity to Armitage III passes very quickly. It's been a while since they referenced Armitage III. Damn. Was bundled with an issue of the manga. That's it. In HK. This is not counting towards the 13 left, but it's fine. Nippon Hoso Kyokai. Japan Broadcasting Corporation. Derives its funding from a monthly fee charged to each household that possesses a television. Its first TV channel, the conservative NHK has a large number of anime shows, most clustered around the lower age group. For NHK, cartoons generally remain kid stuff and are used to entertain preschoolers, like Mina no Uta. There are, however, notable exceptions such as Secret of Blue Water. NHK's sister channel, NHK Educational, often reaches older age groups with shows such as Kasumine. They actually bring up Kasumine, of all shows, in their article about NHK. Cool. Here we go. On an Earth still struggling to come to terms with making contact with aliens, failed college student Mayuko, forced to live in Tokyo while she retakes her exams, shares a flat with a zany alien girl, cat ears and all, called Nia. But in the sewers and subways of Tokyo, there's a strange underclass that hasn't integrated into this near future society. People call them the Under Seven. Made by the same studio as the surreal Serial Experiments Lane, and intended as a fantasy sitcom by original creator Yoshitoshi Abe, a manga version in Ace Next magazine preceded the show, but was created as a promotional tool rather than existing as an original inspiration. Okay, at least they brought up Abe. Can't complain about that. Just making sure that the 3rd edition matches. They did change the synopsis a little bit. Nia is an under 7, one of the strange underclass of aliens that hasn't integrated into this neat near future. Yeah, they just retooled their synopsis a little bit. They actually give their opinion about this one, too. Gentle examination of the immigrant plight. Not unlike Dear S. Rather than dwelling with galaxy-spanning invasions or world-saving plots, the cast are more concerned with everyday life in Tokyo and how to keep their bathhouse from going bankrupt. It is not... let me also put that included. It's not fair to say that Nia Under 7 was based on the Ace Next manga. Right. A little rewording of that, but whatever. Okay, Night for Loving. Probably past its sell-by date in the English language. What? Oh, I've remember seeing this around. Wait. No, I remember seeing this around. It's a shoujo. Hold on, let me get the visual for this. I've seen this around, yeah. Yeah. That's a weird comment. I'm not gonna put Night for Loving because no one knows what that is. Makes me sad. I don't know why they have to include that. No changes. That is so back and forth. They really keeping you on your toes whether they like it or not. This is interesting. An interesting premise that looks back to the 1980s classics Akira, Ice City, and Bao, with a solidly talented crew, including the legendary Noboru Furusae as Lupin III from Lupin III. So that's 2 positive points. I'm not gonna. I know it's not supposed to be a tick mark, but I kind of have to keep track of this because they really bounce you back and forth here. This ticks all the boxes. Nighthead Genesis began as a live-action TV series, conceived and directed by George Ida. As a writer, Ida is solid but slow. His people generally act and interact convincingly, his plots usually work out, and the characters who pop up briefly and vanish from the storyline have valid reasons, but it takes a long, long time for anything to happen. To apply the glacial... they're redundant, it's slow and it's glacial. To apply the glacial pace of a yaoi manga to a boys' action series is a brave move, but not necessarily a clever one. There are compensations. This is a really intriguing story, packed with ideas, and Ume Bayashi, who has worked with such great directors as Wong Kar-wai, provides a chillingly creepy score. It's a missed opportunity, but still worth seeing. All they said was that it's slow, and all they said is that it's slow, and it's like, oh, that's not necessarily a clever thing. And they say so many positive things about it, and then they say it's a missed opportunity, but still worth seeing. What the fuck? Oh, back. What did I miss? A really good article about Pinocchio. This 1960 series that was the first co-production with Mochinaga and Rankin Bass, who created Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer. This was their first production together, and it was 135-minute episode, so like 10 and a half, like nearly 11 hours of animation, produced in a single calendar year. That's a lot of anime, and like it was sort of a test run almost, not really intentionally, but pretty much like a similar test run for TV anime in Tezuka, like 2 or 3 years before Astro Boy would happen, because it came out in 1960 and not 1963. But people didn't realize it because it never aired on Japan television until 1963, after Astro Boy had come out, because it was always had to be double billed with something, because it's only a 5-minute. They're only 5-minute episodes. They were compiled into 25-minute episodes sometimes, I guess. But, yeah. Really interesting. Not too much else otherwise, I don't think. And everyone else has been pretty quiet, so it's okay. No, I appreciate the quiet because I can then focus and go. I'm going to give that a mixed. I don't really... With how much they say nice things about it, but, like... Alright. Night of the Tanayamagahara. I literally got that in one try. Tanayamagahara. Let's fucking go. Let me... Night at Tanayamagahara. Beautiful short film. 110th anniversary of Kenji Miyazawa. It's a Studio Ghibli short. Fabulous showcase both for Miyazawa's original story and for the art of Kazuo Oga. Yeah! Kazuo Oga BGs, I'm in! I've created such perfect worlds for the Ghibli directors. The directors are Kazuo Oga. Wow, I didn't know Kazuo Oga actually directed it too. He's drawn every frame of this piece, and while the animation is extremely limited, the whole work is breathtaking, with wonderful sound supporting the imagery. It's closer to such projects as Ganime, or even Neko Ramen, than to fully animated Miyazawa adaptations such as Gorsh. good one. Well, I'm not, more like I'm now interested in. Atane Yamagahara. Sounds like fun. That sounds a good time. Nine Galactic Railroad. They change it to Night Train to the Stars. Ugh. Mask of Glass. Nothing will beat Mask of Glass. I'm so sorry. Oh, man. Positive. Let's see if they spoiled Night on the Galactic Railroad. Ah! They did. They Oh my god! No! I read the first edition. I read the first one. I was like, I don't really quite remember that happening, but I guess. Because I saw it twice, and I was like, I'm not the biggest fan of it. I've seen it. Like, both times I've watched it, I'm just kind of like, it doesn't grab me. But, like, that's huge. That's really funny. Holy crap, really? I don't really want to spoil, because it spoils the ending. It's what the ending is. And it's a slight change. It's a slight difference. Wow. Sorry for this is spoilers for Night on Galactic Railroad. I'll put it, you'll probably still see it at some point of me scrolling up here, but like, I don't know. I'm gonna write it down. I'm just gonna write it down, sorry. That changes the meaning so much. That changes it so much. Like, what the how do you get that wrong, bro? And, like, they didn't have anything different to say, where they're saying it's a demanding, rewarding film with some dazzling animation and a script by avant-garde playwright. Like, Fantastic Voyage takes them along through through landscapes of symbolic of death and rebirth. Based on Miyazawa's beliefs as a Nichiren Buddhist and a student of Christianity and his background as a naturalist. Like, they are very much, like, read into this movie and love it to bits, and then they get the fucking premise wrong. And then they like, how did they misinterpret that? I can kind of get it. Like, if you were like half paying attention, I am sure you might get that. You could get that understanding. I don't know how they messed that up. That is incredible, actually. Sheesh. Okay. I'm gonna put spoilers for Galactic Railroad. I'm happy they mentioned Sugi. I'm happy they mentioned Gisaburo Sugi. Compared to Galaxy Express 39. Yeah, of course. So I think it's a very superficial comparison. Because, yeah, it's a train that goes through a very different journey than a traditional train. But, like, 39 is literally going through space. And then Galactic Railroad, obviously it sounds like it's going through the space, but it's not. I mean, maybe it is, but, like, clearly it's more supposed to be going through like purgatory and a more spiritual realm. Like time, it bends time, different realms, weird dimensions. It's a much more abstract film. You don't even really get a sense of how long they've been on the train. Much different experience. But I get the comparison. Kind of a superficial comparison. Poor media literacy runs rampant in the hobby critic sphere again. It's just they didn't pay attention. Like, yeah, I don't want to say the spoilers out loud. But, like, that is crazy that they give so much praise to this story, this movie, like, glowing, absolutely glowing praise, and then they just get the premise wrong, spoiling it. I don't know why they have to spoil it in the first place. I don't know why they're spoiling it, and then the fact that the spoiler is just wrong in the first edition. Don't get me wrong, they do change it to be correct later. But, like, wow. Fascinating. Night Raid, 1931. They've mentioned this one a couple of times. In places. Shanghai. They liked it. Cool. Makes me want to watch it. That does make me want to check that out. But not for any reasons. Not because they kept linking it over and over. Only because of the article itself. I love Naruto. Talks about One Piece instead. That's what happened. No, it's more of a crucial. If you're I don't want to spoil Naruto or One Piece, but like, to say what the spoiler is, and I apologize for people for this movie. The companion is revealed to have passed away at the end of the movie, which is kind of related to this moment in the film where he steps off the train, and the main character can't follow him anymore. And very shortly after that, the main character wakes up. And then he finds out that his friend has passed away he drowned while trying to save a kid in a river. He just kind of gets swept up in the current and isn't seen again. But the first edition says that he killed himself, which is very different. In the real world, he is dead by his own hand. When you read that, he killed himself. That is really different. And changes his entire character. Because then you start to think, why did he think that? Why did he have such why did he kill himself? And you're trying to pick that if you rewatch. But that isn't what happened. He just unfortunately passed away. Trying to save someone else. Right? And I'm like, you definitely read that wrong. And they never say that he dies by his own hand. Like, what? Is that the case in the novel, maybe? And they confused it? Like, did Sugi change it or something? Did Gesaburo Sugi, like, change that in the novel? I feel like they would have mentioned that. I feel like I would have heard about that. Like, oh, that's a big change from the movie and the fucking book. But no, I think they just misread that. Like, what? I don't know. It's just strange. Night shift nurses. This is a pretty long article, so it'll be a little while. The difference in the intention is mind-blowing. Yeah, it's a lot. That's very different. And again, to be perfectly fair, they did change it. They did correct it. But, like, even for movies they like, even for movies that they love, like this movie, they loved this movie, and they got the fucking premise wrong. It's not malicious. I think this is a huge example of it. Any mistakes that they're making of kind of misinterpreting the plot isn't necessarily out of laziness or contempt for the material. They're just mistakes. Which I think makes them more innocuous. But, like, I don't know, a little more stick out a little more. I mean, if they did change it, if they aren't talking about the anime they're intended to. Was NSN by Discovery, or are they going to finally get around to one of the pornos that Akiyuki Shimbo did? I don't know about a porn that Akiyuki Shimbo did, but they talk about the Discovery series a lot. They have their own article. The Discovery series has its own article. And they reference it 27 other times in the book. Yeah, they talk a lot about Discovery series in its own article. But then the directors, I don't see Akiyuki Shimbo listed anywhere in there. Did they mention Akiyuki Shimbo in this article? I think he did this one. Night Shift Nurses? Director Hisashi Okizawa. Script by Ryo Saga. Designs by Kuniyoshi Hino. Animation by Hiroya Iijima. Music by Hiroaki Sano. Production Tatsuya Tanaka, Hiromi Chiba, Discovery, Mink, Studio 9M, Miami. No, they don't mention. Maybe in the article itself. I don't really want to read it out loud. Sorry. I will if there's something relevant. The largest and most successful franchise in the Discovery series, representing roughly 20% of the label's entire output since 2000. Different adaptations of the same material by separate production companies. Stop describing them. Fuck. As the Japanese press release so earnestly put it, the shudder that ran through the industry will come back again. Their words, not ours. According to a former employee of Central Park Media, Episode 10 was never released in the US due to a scene involving a vacuum cleaner. Gotcha. So long. Almost at the end. self-insert. The author. Oh. Did they mention complete Shimbo erasure? Did anyone take note of Shimbo's choices and stylings possibly carrying over from his Discovery work into TV, anime, and Shaft? Not enough people actually pay attention to his porn cinematography. Yeah, because it's porn. Look, I don't disagree that like things that are designed for people to beat off, like they kind of do require good cinema and good quality because you know. But then at the same time, it's sort of like certain addicts and stuff. If they're it doesn't matter. They don't have standards. That's sick. That's what's sick to me. It's just like, man. At least like have the distinction of like this isn't good, you know. And I don't get it. And you feel out of the weather today. Just saw the stream. Figured it would cheer me up. Yeah, good to see you for one, man. I'm hoping you're feeling better. No, it's not similar from last week's. Hope you're feeling better. I just finished reading Night Shift Nurses. I'm only got a couple more articles to read. Kind of the two weirdest things that happened were Nerima Daikon Brothers was listed twice and had completely different articles, like different synopses and everything. That it was like an updated, completely rewritten, updated article, but they left the original one in the third edition, completely like separate. Weird. And then Night on the Galactic Railroad, they praise the shit out of that movie, but they get the synopsis wrong. They spoil the movie, and they get it wrong. Isn't Dan Green in that H anime? Oh, maybe. I don't know. Hentai is one of those things that's just very complicated and awkward to talk about, definitely. Yeah. No, definitely. It also doesn't help that like a lot of people are going to remain anonymous when they work on it, or uncredited, or use pen names and stuff. So it's sort of like, I mean, it's like they don't want to take credit for it, so who wants to talk about this stuff? I certainly don't. These guys apparently have no problem. But like, I wonder about that because like, I want to talk to my boss about this a little bit more because like, that was really what they did for years. Hentai was a huge part of the market for. Maybe not. Maybe I'm over exaggerating. I don't know. It seems way bigger than it is now. Now it doesn't fucking. Nobody does it. Maybe somebody does. I just don't know about it. But like, it's not nearly as prevalent as it must have been in the 90s or 2000s. Like, no matter what, you're probably going to look a little sus, or people are going to think you're looking too deep into it. It's inherently privated, but it's also both the puritanical Western devaluation by not being in the public sphere. It's not like the entire pipeline of eroge VN Renaissance. I think I'm just overworked. I keep getting sick after having multiple hour-long assignments to get through. I hate this class. Damn, dude! It's all the proper nutrition, proper sleep. Work classes, you know. School's not a cakewalk, you know. Take care of yourself. not to I'm sure you are. It's just the classes should also be, you know, not as demanding, but yeah. Yeah, I don't know. I certainly don't really want to divulge into it more, but it really, I mean, I wonder how much we're going to get into that when we're looking into making that this particular thing. I'm sorry I'm being vague. The mid-2000s crash certainly homogenized all the companies who did survive. Yeah, that's true. But it is wild to me that that would have been happening even as late as 2009. That is kind of crazy to me. Okay. It just makes me wonder, man. Most hentai, I'm not an expert, obviously, but like, I wouldn't imagine that most hentai are not that successful to warrant recaps. Recap in a fucking hentai? And so it makes me wonder, it's like that they must have been exceptionally effective scenes. I'll just say that. Effective scenes. For the people who that would be affecting too. In order to actually warrant rewatching and buying again. Like, they repackaged it. It's crazy. And it's apparently lucrative. It was apparently worked. And you mentioning that Shimbo was involved in that project makes me wonder. Like, was it quality? Obviously, it's as quality as, like, as kind of gross as this fucking shit is. But, like, there's something to that. But it's interesting they didn't mention it at all. They kind of just mentioned the content. They don't really mention the form. Which is fair. I don't really want anyone to, I don't want to dwell on it too much, but it just gets me curious. I wouldn't mind this class if it went towards my major versus necessary credit. Ugh. I gotta get back to Emily Dory's stuff. She's way into the gay art history stuff. Yeah. And talks about it very, very openly and not in a weird way. I think in a way that just feels very palatable. My rule for H anime is that I only watch if a famous writer or director worked on it. Yeah. My rule of thumb is I don't watch them. Pretty much. The weirder part is that the 80s space had so much overlap because of pushing the standards to the absolute limit. But it sure ain't Mezzoforte or Kite. That's cinema capped at age rating. And that's the thing with Kite. We've talked about Kite before, how like the director's intended vision is the one without the hentai, right? So like, why not just watch that? If that's the director's intention, right? Like, obviously I would watch the one without the fucking hentai in it. And if you can watch it without it, then fuck yeah, I'll watch that. But this just smells. I literally smelled this fucking article. It's awful. Anyway. That got me interested, honestly, just how much detail they put in this one. Got me interested. Despite a short run on late night TV, Nightwalk still manages some original twists. Soon steers clear of the comedy path taken by Mosquito, with the possible exception, a melting pot of contemporary horror influences. Clash with less polished incidents. Yeah. Say they're positive about this one. What does it smell like, Shaves? Is it bad? Well, it smells like the last line of the article, which I quoted as the in here. The authors would like to protest at the effort involved in making sense of a series whose most enduring memory is likely to be a DVD menu screen splattered with feces. So I smell it. Yeah, positive. I don't think there's much else to that one. Oh boy. Darkstalker's Revenge. Wait a minute. Oh, okay. Just says Vampire Hunter, and I was just like, huh? Vampire Hunter D? But no, it's from 1997, so it couldn't be that. I think Isoger has a scat scene, but it could just be rumors. No, they definitely have. They say multiple episodes involve scatology. I mean, my main interest in Overfeed was seeing how the writer went. Yeah, director has definitely said he needed porn to justify the violence. Think that's why he went back to make a Safe for Work remake. OVAs are pretty good. I think the dubs suck though. Darkstalker series is called Vampire Hunter in Japan, or just Vampire. There's a few separate. Okay. Films based on games have to overcome major structural problems before they can work as anything but cynical merchandising exercises. Night Warriors comes close to sustaining a narrative, but as with Street Fighter II, the characters are too firmly embedded in the endless repetitions of gameplay to develop much. There are some interesting subplot possibilities: Donovan's self-hatred and his quest for enlightenment, Morrigan's Gomegast ennui, Anita's shattered childhood, the spiritual and material impoverishment of humankind, but they're flagged rather than explored, relegated to the status of motivation for yet another rumble. Kind of dismissive. I don't think they get it. It's a fighting game anime. What do they expect? I don't know. Also, I'm gonna put it as a choice. Yeah, I have to every time note Darkstalkers has an LNV rating. LNV is language, nudity, violence. And it's usually the only content indicators they have for the encyclopedia. So if they have all three, it's highly likely it's porn. But you don't know unless you look at yourself. The encyclopedia does not help in defining what is porn and what isn't unless they explicitly say it's porn. Which they don't very often. Like just now. Ugh. Sorry, I didn't compare Nightwalker Midnight Detective to the original. Yeah, and then for Darkstalkers. Yeah, nothing different. Nightmare Campus is the next one, but I haven't gotten there yet. Night Wizard. Gotta have a disclaimer mark somewhere in the next edition. I don't think they're doing another one. At least I don't expect him to. Weird generalization. Where is this coming from? What a weird generalization. Like, I get where they're coming from, but, like, what a weird gripe. Predictable. I'd say this is very dismissive, actually. I know Nightmare Campus because of the controversy involving Go and a guy saying they ripped off his character designs to trick people into thinking he worked on it. Wow. Unfortunately, you can't copyright a style. At least according to US law. Right, I have to... Sorry. Was that the last one I had to do? Yeah, finish on Night Wizard. Yeah. Well, just rounding out 3 hours, actually. Hate to end it really soon. But yeah, I mean, I think I'm going to end it there. Yeah. Yeah. That's bad for me. I don't think I'm going to stream on Tuesday or Friday this week because I'm working on Naruto. That's all I'm doing. Yeah. But hope you guys enjoyed that. The guy wasn't suing him, just wanted to know if people wasn't involved. Oh yeah, no, it's totally fair. Yeah, I enjoyed that. Hope you guys did too. Not too much of the big things, but there's also the VOD in case you guys came in late and everything. I hope you guys had a good time. Thank you for coming so much. You guys have a good week, or yeah, a couple weeks. I'll probably come in next Tuesday after or so, ideally. Yo, peace.